Here on Instagram updates. There have been a flood of updates in the recent months, so we are talking about all of those today. I will be simulcasting live over on Instagram, and I'm going to get that going here in just a second. For those of you that are tuning in to watch this video, there will be the tech setup, and greetings and hellos and everything over on Instagram. So if you don't want to listen to all that rambling and as I get everything set up over there, feel free to jump ahead a couple minutes into this video, probably at least 2 to 3 minutes, and then we'll start getting into the topic at hand and that sort of thing. So a huge long list of updates to talk about. Lots of new features in the Instagram world, and that is everything in this video. But like I said, feel free to jump ahead a minute or two, or even 3, because we do a lot of ramblings once I get everything going over here on Instagram. Let's get this all set up. It's always hard to do these on different devices because I got to get everything set up in both worlds, and it's kind of frustrating, but we make it work to our best ability. We're going to go live. Ooh, that went up really fast. Great. Hello, Instagram. We are here. We are live. We are simulcasting over on YouTube. So this video will be available on YouTube if you are not able to watch this whole replay here on Instagram. So tonight, super excited. We are talking about all the latest updates to Instagram. Don McCoy Books just joined us. Carla in Progress is here. The Aspen Stand is here. James from Singapore is here. Living the Life of Randy just joined us as well. Good to see you. Mike Alton is in the house. Oh my gosh, love seeing all of you guys pop in right at the top of the show. Tonight we are talking about Instagram features and new updates. And we are going to go ahead and pin that sucker up there so everybody knows what we are talking about tonight. Awesome. Thank you guys for being here. You guys, long list of updates. Like, seriously, it has been nonstop. This week has been crazy. There's big things coming. George Demanis is in the house. George, hey, hey, hey. Tanya is in the house. Web Detail is here as well. James, good to see you as always. I know you'll come back and watch the replay. Thank you for at least tuning in and saying hi. So yeah, you guys, seriously, so many updates. I've got literally look at this list. Look at this list, you guys. And this is just the highlights. There's more updates beyond that, but I can't even get through all of these probably in an hour. So we have so much to talk about tonight. Who do we have here? We got Tanya's here saying, hey, love, I'm multitasking with writing emails for my next launch. Yay. Congratulations, girl. Good luck with all of that. We got Toronto Dog Walking is in the house. Good to see you as well. Toronto Dog Walking, I'm curious, did you come over here from Bella Vasta when I did her show? I know that she has that target audience. So if you came over here from Bella, thank you so much for hanging out with us as well. We've got Web Detail is saying hello. 24/7 Fitness is here. Ken, who is Watson KS, is here and waving hello. Mike just noticed the different colored hearts are floating. Yes, Mike, the last show we did, I noticed those. So I think it's for the Pride Week or Pride Month. So all the hearts are colored, which I know. And I think if you tap and hold, it does the rainbow hearts. If you just do the likes, it's just the random colors. But if you do the tap and hold, it does the full rainbow with the rainbow heart. So apparently that's what I was told. So George said, I got a cortisone shot on my knee today, so I'm laying down. Well, you just keep that leg elevated and keep yourself laying down and enjoy all the conversation that is going on here. I mean, what else do you need to do in life? Toronto Dog Walking said she was already here, but she was there too. Yay! I love that. I love that you're in both places because Bella is amazing. Tanya said she beat Ken. You did. I know. Ken was a little slacker tonight. All right. We're going to do a quick block here really quick because we got some spammers showing up in the house already. We've been on the phone for 2 minutes and the spammers are already here. So Living Life of Randy said all the hearts show white for me. Oh, well, that's no fun. I think it's something, like I said, last time I was on, I had it as well, but not everybody had it then either. So maybe it's something to do with either an update or a rollout, or, we know how Instagram likes to, really mess with us with these rollouts. So just saying. Ken said hashtag Pride shows up as a rainbow in the Instagram newsfeed as well. All right, you guys, we are talking tonight all about the Instagram updates and new features. The colored hearts are one of the new features that are currently going on right now as well. But there are so many things happening. We have so much to talk about. I cannot wait to get started. So we're going to dive right in because we have an hour and I have a long list of updates to get through. And I don't just want to tell you the updates. I want to talk about the updates. And I want to get any of your perspectives if you guys are using any of these features that have rolled out. So again, I love the interaction. I love the conversation. If you have things to talk about on any of the topics we're talking about, please chime in. I want that participation. Natural Belle Femme joined us as well. Airshine Music has joined us. Living Life of Randy said, I hold the LGBTQ card. And then the laughing emojis. Ken said he was late trying to find my earbuds so I can cook dinner. I love that Ken always like multitask. Like he does this while he's cooking dinner. That's so awesome. And just so you know, if you guys hear the crashing in the background, I have a special guest with me this evening. I don't normally have the pleasure of entertaining my daughter on Wednesday nights, but the Munchkin Sauce is not feeling well. She's either got a flu or something. She's a little sicky head. So I actually worked from home today, and Tanya just asked, is that your doggy or in the background? Is it Sabrina? That's Sabrina. She's playing with all of her blocks and toys behind me. So I'm sure she will make an appearance. If you see a little head bobbing around over here in the corner, that's her. She'll probably want to crawl up in my lap maybe at some point as well. She's doing much better. She still has a fever, but she is doing better. But I spent the day at home with her today to help her feel better because nothing beats mommy when you're not feeling good. So we've been hanging out and she's just over here behind me entertaining here. Actually, for those of you on Instagram, I don't know if you can see there. Can you say hi, baby? Can you say hi? Maybe not. But anyways, there she is. So for those of you in the Instagram world, you get a little sneak peek at my daughter hanging out. Ken had said Sabrina's remodeling Jen's Trent's office. She's always remodeling everything I own, literally just moving things all around the place. And Tanya had said, oh no, she said healing prayers sent for her. Thank you so much. Tanya said she's getting so big, so precious from Carla. Thank you so much. Yeah, she is getting big. She's going to be 3 in August. 3. How is my baby 3 years old? Like, I don't even understand what is going on right now. So, but she's doing good. She's much better tonight. So like I said, if you hear the noise or you see somebody pop in, that's what's going on. And it's kind of fun to have her around with me on a weekday. I usually don't get her till Thursdays. So it's kind of fun. All right, you guys, Instagram news and updates. First and foremost, let's talk about something that hasn't even happened yet. Okay. Because Instagram likes to do a tease every now and then. So they're teasing June 20th, which is next week. And it's a big update that basically everybody knows what's going to happen, but they're like not telling us what it really is. So the big news that is anticipated on June 20th, which is actually the anniversary of when video was ever released at all to Instagram, which I believe was 4 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. I'd have to go back and look it up. I know it was June 20th. I remember I was looking through old posts and it actually was June 20th was the day that video was released for Instagram. And on June 20th, next week, they are going to announce long form video. That is the anticipated big announcement. Right now, video on Instagram cannot exceed 60 seconds in the feed. Of course, stories can't be more than 15 seconds. I don't expect stories to change, with the exception, obviously, of live video components. But the feed, the regular video component, is expected to be announced for long form video up to 1 hour. And she's playing with her cars. That's why this is so loud. She's playing with her little like Hot Wheels cars and throwing them in the bin. I'm so sorry, you guys. It's really loud and annoying. But long form video up to 1 hour is expected to be the big release. Now, we've talked about this in my Facebook group. If you guys are not a member of my Facebook group, it's Jenn's Trends in social media is the name of the group. And we've been talking about it over there. The way Instagram video currently works is not conducive to long form video at all. There's no slider. There's nothing that tells you where you are in the video. There's nothing to skip forward or jump backwards. There's nothing to, replay and things like that. So in order to launch a long form hour-long potential video, they have to completely revamp their entire video platform. They have to put so many more controls and features and functionality into the existing video component just to even go longer form content. So this is something that really needs big changes, which is why I think this is going to be such a big announcement, because there's going to be so many changes to the entire component of the video, not just, hey, excuse me. Can you be a little bit quiet? Thank you. And then she goes and makes more noise. Seriously, she's been like so quiet all night. And of course, now that I'm on TV or on camera, she's going to make a whole bunch of noise. I'm so sorry, you guys. Can we be quiet? Please? Gentle? Gentle? So we'll see what they come out with that big announcement. I know, and everyone's laughing because she's like literally making so much noise and she's so incredibly distracting. So it happens. The Mompreneur Mentor joined us as well. Ann Liz joined us as well. KK Matt joined us. Ken said he thinks it was, I know, I'm like, 4 years seems like it was too long ago, but I'm like, 3 years doesn't seem like it was long enough. But I think you're right. I think it was 3 years ago that they officially launched video. George Demanis said, I can't wait for that. I'm going to go ham on long form video. Ask Evie is here. Hey girl. Hey. Troy is here as well. Em Levicki joined us as well. Heidi Fernandez is here. Everyone is laughing at my daughter who now wants to make a guest appearance. Oh my goodness. Oh, can you say hi? Can you say hi? What if we turn that down so we can see more of your face? Everyone's comments are on top of your face. See all those comments on your face. Look at everyone's laughing at you. Tanya said she's okay. Toast don't even mind. Kind of cute to be honest. And you know how I love kids. # not. Yeah, if Tanya's okay with it, then the rest of you got to be okay with it. Jeremy Wineco joined us as well. Buzzing Creatives. Okay, I still need to be able to talk though, baby. You can't rip that out of my face. Everyone's saying hi and cute. And yes, that's my little love bug. I've got the lights on. She's running a fever. I'm going to be sweating in like 2 minutes if she stays sitting on my lap because OMG. And I had to turn off my air conditioning because the air conditioning unit is like right next to my office, which is super loud. So if I start, glistening, it's because this thing and the lights and everything are just making me sweat it all up in here. Everyone's saying, hey, pretty girl. And Emmy, Mike Alton's daughter, is adorable. He's got 2 beautiful little girls. So Emmy is saying hi to Sabrina. Thank you so much. And Don McCoy Books is here as well. So, okay, you guys. So the big announcement, like I said, June 20th. Stay tuned. Of course, I will give you updates when I find out about them. But the big news is supposed to be long form video. I suspect that along with that announcement, we're going to hear the big number that I have been talking about since basically last year, saying that they would hit that milestone this year. And they have not announced 900 million monthly active users because I think they just figured, screw it. Why announce 900? We're going to wait for the billion. And it's been bugging that they haven't announced 900 million because based on trajectory, they should have hit 900 million by now. So I have a pretty big suspicion that on June 20th, they will announce that they have 1 billion monthly active users on Instagram. Huge announcement. That is huge. Like, that is a milestone that is not something that, you can take lightly. Like, that in and of itself will be a huge announcement. So I really think we'll get some really big news and updates and probably more than just those 2 things. But those are the video is the highly expected announcement. I'm suspecting as well that they'll throw in that they hit the 1 billion. I think that I think they're probably already there and they're going to combine it in with that announcement. So that being said, those are the announcements that have yet to come that are coming out next week. Watson K said Oprah GIF 1 billion. Mike Alton said, yeah, the big 1B. Jeremy Wineco said huge. And Blue Mountain Lifestyles has joined us as well. So thank you all for being here. For those of you tuning in a little bit later, we are talking about all the Instagram features and updates that are rolling out. So other things that are going on right now, things that are coming out as we speak, shoppable stories. Can we just take a hot second to say OMG? I think this is going to be a huge game changer for businesses on Instagram. I know a lot of people don't care about this feature. A lot of people aren't really that excited about it. But shoppable stories, I think, is going to transform how businesses use stories. We have seen so many changes in the way stories have worked from when they rolled out. We have seen so many updates and features and ways to take down Snapchat. And if you can create these, which they're doing now, people are already using these shoppable stories and get your audience to literally look at your story, tap on the product, get the, I know she's got Lightning McQueen and he's trying to fly away. So now she's mad at him because he's trying to, she's pushing him across the desk and he goes flying in the other direction and then she gets mad. Oh my goodness. So we've had shoppable posts on Instagram for a while. You have to have a Facebook store. They have to be linked. You have to have all the integration and everything set up. And then once you have that, you can do the shoppable post on Instagram. Now that integration is going into the Instagram stories. So somebody can literally look at your story, see a product with the tag. They tap on the tag. They get the product info. They tap on that. They're on your website buying your product. I mean, talk about converting from a 7-second photo or a 15-second video. I mean, if you're getting people to do that, click on your product and get over and buy your stuff, legit. I mean, this is a huge, huge opportunity to be able to grow that platform for revenue. One of the biggest things people struggle with is getting revenue from Instagram. And this is going to change that for product-based businesses. And yes, I say product-based because that is the requirement for the shoppable post. You have to have a physical product. It can't be an online thing. It can't be an affiliate link. It can't be something that you can't tangibly kind of touch in your hands. And even then, for example, my poor girl, Ask Evie, I love you to death. I'm so sorry. She has had the biggest issues getting her store approved. She has a Facebook store, but she can't get the shoppable posts on Instagram. So it's super frustrating for her. And I understand, and I feel horrible that it's it's not the easiest thing in the world. It is complicated for a lot of people to get that approval. So Salon Marketing Coach has joined us as well. Pretty Girl Accessories is here. Jeremy Weinko is doing the 1 million or the 1 billion. As Evie said, you had to go there. I know. Peanut Gallery. Hey, Allison. Love you. Watson K said he's excited as well about the shoppable stories. So that's one of the other big things is the shoppable stories. Super excited about that. Another thing that is coming out right now that is rolling out that I don't have, because why would I get a feature? I mean, seriously, I just talk about every freaking feature, but don't give it to me. And I know Ken is in the house and he's very excited because he got it today. And it's the lovely mute button. You can mute people on Instagram now. This is the feature that is rolling out. It's been rolling out now for a little bit. And this feature allows you to kind of like snooze on Facebook, where you can snooze people, or you can unfollow them in the sense of you're still technically their friend, but you won't see their posts show up in your feed. Mute is essentially the same thing. Mute will allow you to still be a follower. You're still connected with that person, but their content will not show up in your feed. So this is you can mute brands, you can mute people, celebrities, any of these kind of things. When you do those hate follows and we just follow people because we want to see what they're doing, we don't really want to see their content. We just want to kind of stalk them or those sorts of things. You might want to mute them, your frenemies, those sorts of things. Brands, businesses, if you're posting content that people really don't want to see, they might mute you. So really be aware of the content you're creating and make sure you're creating the content that is valuable to your audience. Because if they don't like it, they're going to mute you and you still have that follower. So your engagement rates are probably going to get even lower. Your reach is going to get even lower because right now Instagram may be pushing that content to those people and that's counting towards your reach. But if they go and mute you, they ain't going to see it. So your reach is going to drop. So that is not going to be a good thing for you. So you really need to think about your content strategy and make sure that you're creating content that doesn't make people want to mute you. Okay, so that being said, Brad Friedman joined us. Hello, Catherine. Catherine Locke Jewelry is here. Janice is here. Hey, girl. P-Day Pursuit is here. Mike Alton said, ha ha ha, bitter much? Me? Bitter? Never. Why would I be bitter that I don't get the features? I mean, seriously. No bitterness. None. Not so. I need some wine. I need some wine to drown that. I'm just saying. Jeremy Wango is doing all the emojis. Dewey is here as well. Good to see you. Watson KS said 12 accounts got muted today. Hashtag savage. Chocolate Johnny. We were talking earlier. Chocolate Johnny and I were chatting earlier today about the shoppable stories and all the good new stories features that are coming out. So Chocolate Johnny, we already just talked about the shoppable stories, but yeah, so excited. Chocolate Johnny, seriously, guys, go follow his account. Perfection Chocolates is his other account, and he's a chocolate shop over in Australia, and he uses Instagram and Periscope and Snapchat and all these things extremely well, very creative as a way to promote his products and drive a brand community around his store. He has people that from whenever they come visit Australia, they've known him from around the world, and when they visit Australia, they can't wait to go to his store. That's their tourist destination because they've built this brand or this whole whole community around their brand. So he's a great example of how to do Instagram well. Chrissy Winchester has joined us. Mike Alton said, yes, preach it, sister. Brad Friedman said, when we get this feature, where will we find it? So Brad, when you have it, when you go to anybody's post, you can tap on their 3-dot button and all the post options show up. The mute option will show up for that person. So it's not something you would just see. You would have to actually you can go to any person and tap on the 3-dot button on their post, and you'll see if you have the mute option, you have it. If you don't, you don't. It's quite literally that simple. Janice is saying, hey. Dewey said, did you break Instagram yesterday? I legit broke Instagram, you guys. It's all my fault. It's totally my fault. I did it all. No, that I put money on it. Again, we talked about this in the group. In my Facebook group, Jenn's Trends and Social Media, I'm betting money that outage yesterday, that all that issues, the people not being able to get in and all that kind of stuff. I'm betting money that has everything to do with the June 20th announcement that we talked about with the update coming out for long form video, because the amount of work that they would have to do to launch that, the amount of work they have to do in order to get that feature set up on the back end would totally shut down Instagram. Like, I can totally understand how there was so many issues. Sorry, hold on. Kids are dropping things. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's what actually broke Instagram yesterday, but I would love to take credit for it. But no, can't be that cool. Susan joined us as well. Marianne is here. Tanya said, oh, hush up in the States. Come to Canada and you'll be waiting years, not months, for these updates. Yeah, poor Tanya. Oh my gosh. She seriously, like, it took her a year, I swear, to get gifts. I mean, they haven't been out for a year, but that's what it felt like. It was like everyone kept getting all these updates and poor Tanya was getting nothing. Two Dads with Baggage is here. Hey. Good to see you as well. Mike Alton said, excited for story analytics coming. Oh my God. Don't even get me started on this. Mike Alton, you need to just come on live and talk all about that, because that's a whole other world. But yes, story analytics, we need us some of that. And the sooner that can come out, the happier the rest of us would be. And I want analytics from live video. That's what I want, because I do these lives and I get nothing. I can see how people saw them, but that's it. I get nothing. I need some analytics for this stuff. And I need those analytics to stick around more than, when the video ends. So anyways, rant over. Donna Gucci is here. Nikki Pebbles is here. Two Dads Baggage saying he's looking forward to that. Blue Mountain Lifestyle said the mute function is going to kill everyone. I don't think it's going to kill everyone, but it's definitely going to kill some people. I'm not going to lie. I'm telling you guys, people are going to mute you if you're creating content people don't want. They're going to mute you. It's going to happen. Chocolate Johnny said it's not about the amount of followers, it's about the content, community, and consistency. 100% agree with you there. Blue Mountain Lifestyle said everyone will use it and all engagement will drop. They may scrap it in the future. We'll have to see. There's a lot of concerns about it. People, in terms of how it's going to be used. There's mute features on all the platforms. I mean, Facebook has it and it hasn't killed anybody. So I don't think it's going to be that dramatic. But yes, I think a lot of brands will realize how much reach they were getting from people that didn't really want to see their stuff. Danny at Out of My Blooming Mind has joined us. Hey girl, good to see you as well. Dewey said Instagram needs to bring in posts from desktop. You guys, eventually that's going to happen. Like, let's be realistic. Eventually that functionality will happen. They're doing the stories features and things now on desktop. So that is inevitable. It's going to happen, but they're holding out for various reasons. Chocolate Johnny said we need the videos saved. Agreed. Watson K said action button stats. Yes, we need that as well. Again, that's a new feature that I have on my list. So we'll talk about that in a minute. Hey, Stephanie's in the house. My girl, Stephanie Liu. Kay came out today, logged in late, thanks to a flight. Will this replay? Of course, yes. This replay will be up for 24 hours, you guys, and it's live streaming on YouTube right now. So you can catch the replay here on Instagram, and you can also catch it on YouTube as soon as we are done. It will be live on YouTube. Ask Evie said, send some juju. Some tech issues got resolved, resubmitted to the Instagram store. Yay! Let's go, Evie. Let's get you that store. Kiki Matt said, currently on the plane. Oh my gosh, good for you. Love that you're tuning in and saying hi from the plane. Love that. So yes, but definitely come back and catch the replay. Brad Friedman said, seems like your video would have to be up for more than 24 hours in order for you to get good analytics. So you're just asking them to change the entire platform. You go, girl. Hey, a girl can dream. I mean, I'm just saying, it's not like I don't know what I'm talking about up in here. Why not change the whole platform? If they're adding long form video, they can give me analytics on my dang live videos. I'm just saying. You said group videos also on the wish list. Good. Hey, Stephanie said, boom, simulcasting like a pro. I got this. Okay, so we're all caught up on all the notifications, and now my daughter's over here trying to play with my sign. So on my YouTube channel, I do a dry erase board with the title as my. So I do my screenshot for the cover image. I have the little kind of sign. So she's over here now messing with my sign. Okay, so we've talked about the June 20th update, long form video and hitting 1 billion, shoppable stories, the mute button. There are new share features, the inherent share features being built into Instagram. So one that came out a little while ago was the share post to stories, meaning you can take any one Instagram post, including your own, and you can share it to your story. You cannot share it to your own feed, but you can share it to your story. With that creates a link that when they tap on that, takes them to the original post. Great for cross promotion, great for the ability to, if you see something educational, like for example, I share a post with an update, if you guys want to be like, hey, this is relevant to my audience, you could share my post to your story. Everyone would see it. They end up on my post. Great for building your audience, for building your engagement, for building your reach and exposure and all these, metrics that we want to get on Instagram to build our audiences. Super awesome tool. I don't have it. I still don't have it. It's driving me crazy. It is in official rollout. Some of my friends got it in beta as one of the early rollout features. So I've seen it in action. I think Ken at Watson KS just got it last week. I am still waiting on it. This is not an Android versus iOS thing. It's just a rollout thing. And again, they keep denying me. I need my bat phone to call up Instagram and be like, biatches, give me my features. I just saying, give me my features. So anyways, that is a slightly older feature that's been going on now for a couple months. The new feature that just came out in the last week is a share story where you've been mentioned. So if you guys took a screenshot of this and shared it to your story and said, learning about all the Instagram updates from @Jenns_trends, I would get a notification. From that notification in my stories, I could hit the little new button that says share to your story. So I could actually do that, and I would now share your story as a post into my story. So great. Again, user-generated content. If you're doing events, hosting things, any of that sort of stuff where people are tagging you or mentioning you, and this is content created around your brand, your venue, your product, your service, great way to show how your business is being talked about, and it goes right into your stories. So again, super fun sharing features. This is going to get more robust. We're going to get more and more sharing features as we go forward. How and when, I don't know, but I promise you more sharing features are absolutely coming. So hey, Stephanie had said, I wish we could grab the person's analytics when you're able to reshare a post. I agree. And that's, so Facebook has that, brand partnership now where you both get the analytics. I would assume that for business profiles, we will eventually get to that stage. But yeah, for now, you get no analytics. If someone shares my post, I get nothing off of it, aside from the fact that you will see any changes in engagement or reach, right? So if you see all of a sudden that one post got a ton of reach versus your other posts, you can assume that probably got some exposure, that sort of thing. So there's some ways you could probably do some back-end analytics, but again, nothing is going to be legitimate at this point in any sort of analytics. You want to put your sunglasses on? Okay. Ka-chow. Looking fabulous. Do you want to show everybody how cute you are with your sunglasses? Look at how cute that girl is. Look at that girl. Oh my goodness. Apparently my lights are too bright in my office and she needs sunglasses. I mean, they are kind of bright, but you just get used to being blind. Hey, Stephanie said, a great way to curate content and repurpose for highlights. It's Brills. Patricio is here as well. Living Life of Randy said, I just got that share story yesterday. Good for you. Enjoy it. I need it. I want it. Still waiting on it. Well, actually, that's true. I have the share story post. I don't have the share regular feed post, but I do have the share story post. And I've been tagged in a few things, so I've been seeing how that works. Mike Alton said, Scott did it 3 times today with the Agorapulse account. Impressive. That's awesome. And that's the thing, again, it's user-generated content. This is great if you have people creating content around your brand. This is a hugely valuable tool. Everyone thinking my daughter is adorable. Hey, Stephanie said you get used to being blind. You totally do, right? Like the lights are all around and you just kind of get used to having all these lights in your face. It actually is funny when I turn them all off. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so dark in here. Like I get so used to it being so bright that it's actually dark when you turn off the lights. Watson KS said, if it makes you feel better, I don't have the share stories mentioned. See, for once, you don't have something before me. Actually, that's not true. We go back and forth. It is one of these weird rollouts, you guys. Like, legitimately, like, Ken will get things, I get things. Like, we have opposite. Like, it's rare that we get the same things on the same days. But sometimes it does happen. Okay, so something that Ken had alluded to earlier, one of the new features that is coming out, and it's currently in rollout, almost everybody, I think, has access to it at this point, is the action buttons. So right now, you know that on your Instagram account, you can put 3 of 4 action buttons. And now I have music in the background. Do you love that? That's the Dory and Nemo music from her Disney book. And it's a whole music book. And she's going to push every button and make all the music sing. Welcome to my life. Welcome to my life. I am so tired of listening to that music because it's all I hear every dang day. And then she sings along to it. It's really fun. So the action buttons right now that are standard are the call, text, email, and directions. So you can set up any 3 of those 4 buttons on your profile. Now, in the last few weeks, Instagram rolled out new action buttons, which are linked to third-party tools. So, for example, if you use Resy to book reservations, if you're a restaurant and you use Grubhub, if you do events or venue planning type things and you use Eventbrite, all of these different tools have an integration now with Instagram for action buttons. So if you use Eventbrite to sell tickets, you can actually have an action button on your profile that says get tickets. And when they click on that, it takes them right to your Eventbrite link. And so they just complete the transaction through Eventbrite, but it's a direct integration, which is huge for conversions. I have preached time and time again about the value of those call to action buttons, the call, text, email, and directions. This takes it one step further. Again, talk about closing sales. If someone's scrolling through Instagram and they see a food photo and it's your account, or they know that it's your business and they go and click on your business and then it literally says buy or order or whatever that thing is, and they click on it and they complete the order, and then next thing you know, Grubhub is at their house in 45 minutes. Boom! Hello, conversions. Like, these are the things we want. These are the things we need to be able to convert from Instagram in a very, very pragmatic way. So huge, huge, huge kudos to this integration. More of these third-party tools are coming. Things like Fandango, Resy, Booksy. There's a huge long list. And all you have to do is just go to your profile, go to edit profile, and go to your action buttons. It's like the call to action buttons. And when you go there, you can choose to add more, and it gives you all the list of the integrated tools that work. So super easy. And there's a blog post coming out on Social Media Examiner within the next week or 2 on this exact topic with all the screenshots and specific directions. But it's super easy to set up. Vasco Gill is here as well. Tanya said, I love music in a show. Well, you're getting music in a show, honey. We got background music all day long. The happy person has joined us as well. Hey, sweetie, good to see you. Watson KS said, I now work with studio lights on every time in the office. Otherwise, it's too dark. I know, it's crazy. You get so used to these bright lights. It's hilarious. Crystal is here as well. Prismidias is here. Good to see you. And Altruism Inspired has just joined us as well. For those of you tuning in, we are talking about all the latest Instagram news and updates and features and everything that's been rolling out over the last couple months, because I haven't done one of these updates in a while and a lot of things are going on. Okay, so one of the new features that was announced a little while ago, over a month ago, I think now, that I still don't have. Again, still waiting on all these features. One of these days, Instagram will give me these features. One of them is a new direct message inbox. So what this is meant to do is give businesses, when you're a business profile, a better way to track incoming messages. Now, you know, right now, the traditional direct message inbox has anybody that you have an existing conversation with shows up in there. If it's somebody you follow, you get a notification that they have sent you that you have a message pending. But everything else goes into that request list. So, and then without notification, right? So all of a sudden I'll log in and I have 5 pending requests and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I didn't even know people were trying to message me. So I have to go in and check regularly because I don't get notifications. And I only follow like 500 or something people on Instagram. So most of the people who are messaging me, I don't follow or haven't had a previous conversation with. And so they don't show up as a notification. Instagram is aware of this issue. I know, Ken, I know. Seriously, it's driving me nutty buddy. I can't even deal with the fact that I don't have the new inbox yet. I have the star feature. So the new inbox is supposed to make it so that, yes, you don't miss those notifications as a business profile. The secondary feature built into that inbox, which I do have, is the star functionality, where you can actually star messages in your inbox. And when you do that, it's meant to be kind of like a flag, like in your email or that sort of thing, so that you know that that one has to go back and be addressed. So if you like got somebody's message and you responded and said, hey, great question, I will get back to you with that answer later today, you could then star the message. So when you log back in, you don't have to dig through your messages to remember who sent you that message. You can go right to your starred messages, you pull it up, you give them their response, boom, done, and you're not losing anything in translation. You're not forgetting your to-do items and that sort of thing. So lots of new features to make this, again, more marketer, more business friendly. Instagram is doing so much with most of these updates for us, for the marketers, for the businesses. And it's a really, really good thing that they're putting these things together. It's making it super, super valuable for us as businesses to take good advantage of this. A Guide to Consulting Services has joined us as well. Origami Owl Biz just joined us as well. Mike Phils is here. So thank you all for showing up. Great to see you as well. Another feature that just rolled out, which not so excited about, don't really care, which again, don't have it. So don't care that I don't have it, but is the quick comment response. And it's kind of like, I guess it's a quick comment. So basically, like if someone posts something on Instagram and you don't want to actually take the time to write a comment or actually search for an emoji, there's a quick comment response where you can tap on it and you can choose from like the defaults. I think there's like 6 or 7 emoji responses that you can dump in there. Why do I not think this is cool? Because Instagram is trying to cut down on spam. What do the spammers do? They use emojis, right? They just like pop in emojis and all the weird funny figures and emoji faces and symbols, and they don't actually say anything, and they don't use conversation. They just use stupid stuff. And so it's definitely super annoying that they would now make this an inherent feature to encourage people to not engage in conversation and to just be like, haha, laughing face, haha. Like, seriously? A, it's lazy. B, it's counterintuitive to everything they're trying to do combating spam. And it just, I'm like, how hard is it to open your emoji keyboard and hit the emoji? Like, seriously, that took like half a second. Is this like quick response really that much better? No, I really don't think so. So I don't like this rollout. To that point, Watson KS, Ken does have that feature, and he said #hate it. So yeah, it's one of these, I'm like, you guys, seriously? Like, I don't know why they did this. This is one of those ones where you're like, really? Like, you actually invested time, money, research, and development onto this feature that makes absolutely no sense. I love most things Instagram does. This is one of those ones that makes you go facepalm. Like, seriously. So a Guide to Consulting Service said, hey, Jen, I got you on the car audio on the way to work. Boom! I love it. That's awesome. That's so cool. Thank you so much. Bella is here. Hey, girl. Hey, we were talking about you earlier. I've got the Toronto dog walking account and I had tuned in. So I was saying hi and just asking if they came here from your group. But she said she was already a fan of mine, but she's in your group as well. So that was awesome. And it was good to just chat with her briefly as well. But we were talking about you, girl. I hope your ears were burning. Living Life with Randy said, exactly. Mike Alton said, because you're cool and quick comments are not. Fair enough. And Janice said, not a cool option. Living Life with Randy said, it won't count towards real engagement. Exactly. Bella said, you're on my car audio too. I love it. You guys are like so tech savvy. I love that you guys just like stream me on your car audio. This is so awesome. And she said, yes, that was Pam. Aw, so yeah, we were having a good little chat. And Morning Bell Farms just joined us as well. Okay, so another feature, not totally the same as the quick comments, but kind of similar in the sense that I don't really get it, is the new slider in stories. So there's a sticker that's a slider, and it literally like pick what emoji you want on the slider, and it just slides left to right. Why? Like, seriously, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I used it once to test it out. I've seen some people do some kind of cool things with it. Again, in the Facebook group, Jen's Trends in Social Media, we actually had, hey, baby, no. Give that to me. Give it to me. Thank you, baby. She found the tape dispenser. Seriously, this is what she's doing behind me. You guys are like missing out on all the destruction that she's doing in the background. But in the Facebook group, we had a couple people post examples of creative and fun things they were doing with the slider that was actually meant more as, you know, an interactive tool. And it was kind of like they had like 1, 2, 3, 4 options, and where they left the slider correlated to the option that was on that kind of point of the screen. So that was much more interactive. It was much more results based, but it was still, it's fun, but it's like, there's so many other ways that you could use this tool more effectively, or, you know, but it's not inherent in terms of how to do that. Like the way that it's built is just not valuable. So not loving that feature. It doesn't sound like most of you are loving it either. Tanya said, okay, so I have to laugh. Because Tanya said, I have absolutely none of these updates and I'm still waiting for story highlights. Girl, you still don't have highlights on that account? Girl, I swear to God, the things that you don't get access to. But then she goes, oh, yay, I do have the slider. So the one feature that no one cares about is the one feature she has access to. Living Life of Randy said, I don't get that slider emoji either. Sparkle in My Eye said, oh, I like the slider, but I don't get much engagement with it. And that's the thing, it's one of those things like people have to take action on it. And I just don't see in most situations people wanting to use it. Again, if it went from like a happy face to an angry face, like if you could change the emoji over the course of the slider, that might be more valuable, because you could be like, how happy are you with this new update? Like super happy or angry. And you could slide based on how much you cared about it. Like that would be valuable. But yeah, so it's one of those things like it just doesn't seem all that relevant. JJ Horton has joined us. Instagram. I'm not in the mood to be that person today. Watson K said, Instagram effed up my slider Monday, removed the text when it posted. Oh, thank you, baby. Okay, so another feature. Oh my goodness. Seriously? Thank you. Now we're in cleanup. Now we're playing 52 pickup. So now I'm gonna have my hand over here while she gives me every single one of these things that she just dropped on the floor. Because seriously, this is my life. She's been like sick all day. You know how like your kid's sick and they literally don't move all day? And then like now she like won't stop moving. Like this is what happens. Apparently she's feeling better because now she won't stop moving and rearranging my office. Web Details said, thanks for the info, gotta go. We'll listen to the replay. Great. Please come back. Yes, and watch the replay for all the additional stuff. And Tanya saying, I'm dying for the highlights option. Girl, I know you are. Okay, so another stories feature that came out a little while ago, and I actually have a video up on YouTube that gives you a really good detailed example of how to actually do this, but bulk upload to stories. So instead of having to like pick a single photo and upload it, pick a single photo and upload it, and do each story individually. Oh, Ken, trust me, that is not the reason I'm not doing the language. My hashtag bad parenting. My kid has heard it all more times than I can count. Like I seriously, it's not, I mean, yeah, I'm trying to be good around her, but let's face it, this ain't gonna change anytime soon. Like I said, hashtag bad parenting. Here, give me that. Okay, so one of the features that came out a little while ago, at least a month ago now, was the bulk upload to stories. So you can now go in and you can choose multiple images and videos. So you can just go to the source and you can tap and hold and select more than one and then upload them to the stories. And then you can go through and still edit each and every single one. So you can change the filters on each individual one. You can turn around and add stickers and you know, emojis and text and doodles and swipe ups, and you can still edit them. You just now have the ability to do a bulk upload. So if you just took like 30 photos and you want to go through and pick out 6 of them to upload to your stories, you can just go in and choose all 6 that you want, go ahead and hit upload, and then do your edits. So you don't have to do each one individually, and then they all post at the same time, so you don't have that lag between, which is really helpful if you're trying to do a cohesive story. So that's a good feature. That one's pretty cool. I haven't taken good advantage of that one, but that's a really good one that just came out as well. So time spent usage insights. And I haven't actually seen this one be released, but there has been a lot of talk about it from the Instagram, Facebook world, that they will actually start doing an analytic that will show you how much time you spend on Instagram. And it will actually give you that kind of clock timer that says this is how much time you're spending on Instagram. This is a movement towards them wanting to create a healthier environment and a more positive interaction on the platform. So they want to tell you how much you're actually using the platform. Good or bad, I don't know. I don't know if I really want to know how much time I'm on Instagram. Some days I'd probably be embarrassed at how little time I spend on there. And other days I'd probably be embarrassed how much time I do spend on there. So again, not really something I'm looking forward to having that information, but for certain situations, I can appreciate that, especially for personal use, especially for time management. If you're managing multiple social media accounts and doing these things where you're saying, I want to spend an hour a day on Instagram to work on my Instagram strategy, and you need that time management component, this would be able to help you manage that. If you have kids or that sort of thing and you want to manage their time on the platform, again, that would be a good management tool as well. So definitely ways it can be advantageous without necessarily being irrelevant. But in the same turn, for most people, I don't think it's really going to be something we care that much about. But I can see benefits to it. And finally, the last one I want to talk about is another stories update that came out a little while ago. And it's that you can add any size image to your stories. So you can now, like in the past, every time you went to stories, it just automatically made it the 9:16 or 16:9, whatever the ratio is, format to fit in stories. But now, even if it is the 9:16, you can actually pinch it and make it smaller. If it's a square, it'll fit in a square. And if it's a landscape, it'll fit landscape. And you can pinch to zoom. So you can actually change the orientation. You can turn it sideways. You can make them bigger. You can make them smaller. Instagram's, I can't remember exactly what they call it, but it's some sort of pixel matching technology. And so if you took this image of me as it is with the white background and the gray shirt, if I shrunk that down, the background would be some sort of that white or gray type gradient. So the gradient in the background is actually going to match a color scheme aspect of your photo. So it kind of translates. If you don't like that, you can do a tap to fill, and you can fill the background with any choice of color you want. So you can do your branded colors, a color in the image, a standard color, anything like that that you want to create. So lots of really good ways that you can use that to better showcase more products and services and aspects of your business and components of your content in your stories, because now it doesn't always have to be cropped to that awkward 9:16. Now you have the ability to just put in whatever size photo you want. And when you do that, now if you take that image as maybe a landscape, you have all the blank space above and beyond. Now you can add your text or your stickers or your emojis and all those types of components, the GIFs or those sorts of things, to add more structure to that photo rather than having it be just the photo in and of itself. So lots of fun ways to use that to your advantage. So we got Past Net has joined us. Miss Ann Kemp. Mwah, hello, sweetie. Good to see you. Andrea Stenberg joined us. Donna Gucci said, good night from London. Catch you on the replay. It's 1 a.m. Girl, you get yourself to bed. And we're wrapping up anyways, but come back and tap through to the replay for sure. DJ Anomaly joined us. I'm not even trying to say this one, but Atelier, blah, 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 something sync just joined us as well. Watson Kid said, they finally fixed mine. I can resize in stories again. There was an issue. Excuse me. What are you doing, baby? No, that's Mama's. Mama? Yes, thank you, baby. She found the pastels and is trying to get into the pastels. The last thing I need is oil pastels all over my office. Seriously, this is what happens when I'm on camera and not paying attention. But yeah, so there was an issue a couple weeks ago. Where even like last week, I think, and a lot of people were having issues with the sizing and being able to upload different size images to stories. There was a glitch. It seems to be resolved. At the time, I could pinch to size anything that wasn't already a vertical. When it was a vertical photo, I was stuck with it. I couldn't make it smaller or realign it. But I have that functionality now, and it sounds like Ken is saying he has the functionality on all the other ones as well. Miss Encamp said, I was talking about you and your tips in a workshop yesterday. Always the best. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You are seriously the best. A Guide to Consulting said, I love new rainbow type mode background. Yes, that's a good one as well. Mike Alton said, it's 2:15 a.m. in Paris. How much to wait? Because you're not in Paris. You're back in St. Louis. After your long flight of productivity. Mike Alton, you guys, is not human. Not human. I'm just saying. He posted on his Facebook like what he did on the 10-hour flight home from Paris to St. Louis. And I was like, not human. I literally said that on his post. I'm like, this is the man, like in the 45 minutes that I've been live on camera has written 3 blog posts. Like, I'm not even joking. The man is superhuman in his capacity to do all of this. It's craziness. And I'm like, I don't understand how he creates this kind of content and just Like, he read books and wrote blog posts and created PDF templates and did like all this work on a 10-hour flight. I'm like, I would have watched 2 movies and passed out. Like, seriously, that's how I spend 10 hours on a flight. Like, I'm sorry. I don't understand how he does it. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. Watson said go to bed. All right, you guys. Please. Thank you. Yes, you play with the book. Yes, thank you. You want the sticker? Yeah. Here, take this out and give me the rest. She's found all my art supplies, you guys. Seriously. There you go. All right, so on that note, I am going to wrap this up because she's obviously looking for attention. It is the end of my long list of things as well. So I don't currently have anything else to talk about in terms of these specific updates or things that have launched. But there's more to come. Like I said, stay tuned for June 20th. There will be that big announcement. We will have updates and everything from there. I might even go live depending on how many announcements come out or what is actually talked about in that press release and information. So I may do a surprise spontaneous live next week to give you guys updates on those sorts of things. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, feel free, like I said, to go join that Facebook group, Jenn's Trends in Social Media, where we talk about all these updates when they happen. Any other updates, we've talked about Twitter and LinkedIn updates today in the group as well. So when things happen, that's where we're talking about it first and foremost. So come on over to the group, join me there. I'll give you access and we can stay up to date with all the goodness that is happening in the world. Thank you all so much for tuning in live and dealing with the distracting background noises, music, and everything else that has been going on. Thanks to my daughter this evening. And stay tuned for more updates. I'm telling you, Instagram is not stopping. They're just bringing us all the goodness. It's going to be a whole lot more fun stuff to come. So love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you guys all soon. Have a great evening. Bye, guys. Yes, baby. Saving. We're sharing. And we are saying goodbye to the YouTube world. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for dealing with all the distractions in the background. You probably saw more of her head bobbing around than anybody on Instagram did. So again, those are all of the updates. Stay tuned as we do more updates and announcements with the June 20th update that's coming out. All right. Bye-bye. Thank you so much.